Welcome back to Donington Park after Omologato Superpole and third on the grid for the opening race of the weekend this afternoon for Rocket BMW Haslam Motorrad Racing. It's Leon Haslam. Leon, we were talking earlier as you just came in, the first Superpole in Navarra was not great for you, so it must feel great to bounce back here, start from the front row ready for the races this afternoon. That puts you in a strong position going into the race.
Yeah, obviously I feel like we're playing a little bit of catch up. We've had a few gremlins at the first two rounds and we've definitely been up against it. Missed a lot of track time, but the boys have worked mega, so big thanks to them for a start. The bike's now working, stable. Still don't feel we've got a good setup, but they're normal problems for everybody. So yeah, we've got to do a little bit just to try and keep the tyre like the Yamahas do. But generally the pace is there, which is nice. And yeah, got a front row start as well.
And you were saying that you've been a bit up against it in the first couple of rounds. What's made the difference here? Is it that you've finally got to the bottom of what's been plaguing you in the first events? We know you've sort of dug in to get the results where you can, but it must feel good to be able to head out, roll out onto track and not have those in the back of your mind too.
Yeah, we've had a lot of technical, electrical gremlins. It's been various of things and it's started off good and 3 laps later it would change. So it's been something that we've changed everything, you know, several times, several days on the dyno and yeah, whatever the boys have done over these last few weeks of very late nights, they've managed to get it so it's now working and stable, touch wood. So yeah, we'll see what the race brings. For me, it feels like round one now. It's working, and we need to meet the little steps that we need to do.
Thank you, Leon. And making it a OMG Grilla Racing Yamaha 1-2 on the grid after Omologato Superpole here at Donington Park. It's Kyle Ride. Kyle, Donington Park is one of the tracks that you always come into and you always say, home round, big support here. It must feel good to start on the front row, and it seems that you found a little bit extra from yesterday. Talk us through a bit about how yesterday went for you and also how you've managed to pick up the pace today, please.
Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a struggle. Obviously I've done many laps now on the R1 round Donington Park and nothing really felt familiar, so I seen the times was pretty slow, so I thought maybe the rain from the day before made the track a little bit green, but be all and end all, we had a few issues with the bike that we've now fixed. Luckily we fixed them 3 laps before the end of yesterday. So I did a half decent time, and then going out today I just wanted to get a practice under my belt, but we wasn't out till 1:30, so I've been itching to get out all day. And yeah, in the FP3 session, although I had a few laps deleted because I cut the chicane like I normally do, I was still third with a lap that wasn't so good, so I know the pace was a lot better. And then for qualifying, just tried to hit all my markers. Like Ryan said a minute ago, it's so easy to get something wrong at Donington Park, and I kind of used Lee Bob as a reference, and he did a 28.1, and I thought his worst position was going to be 5th or 6th, so if I just try and pick Lee Bob, I'll be on a good position with on the grid. But yeah, 27.6 put me second, nearly got pole position, but yeah, I'm happy.
And Ryan was speaking about it yesterday, about the strengths of the Yamaha here at Donington Park. How do you feel going into the race this afternoon? Do you see it being a battle of the Yamahas at the front, or we see with Lee Bob, like you say, up there yesterday? What do you think about this afternoon?
Yeah, I think a few more people have done a lot more laps than me this weekend, unfortunately, especially on used tyres. I've not really done any, so I'm kind of going to set off in about an hour and a half's time and kind of wing it. So yeah, I think it should be good. The grip level at Donington Park's really good, so yeah, even when the tyre does go off a little bit too much, the track almost generates more grip, so I think it's going to be a dogfight to the last lap. We'll see how it goes. We've both been really fast all weekend, so yeah, I don't think it's going to be easy. I think there's going to be at least 3, 4, 5 people at the front, but yeah, some consistent laps and to be fast at the end, and we should be there.
Thank you, Kyle.
Cheers.
And claiming the Omologato Superpole pole position for OMG Grilla Yamaha Racing, it's Ryan Vickers. Ryan, we spoke yesterday. You were fastest throughout free practice, overall and combined times. Picked up the pace again today for Superpole. Talk us through it, because you said you had a little bit more you thought you could find for today, especially for that one lap. How did that lap come together, and how much pressure did you feel? Because obviously you were last out, you knew what you had to beat.
Yeah, it's one of them. We've done that twice now. We was last out in Navarra, we was last out here at Donington Park. I think it's a good thing, and I think it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because you know how hard you have to push, you know, and I could see the lap times coming in, and you know, when Tommy did it at low 28 early on, I thought we could be in for some like really fast times here, you know, and it sort of plateaued a little bit then. People were struggling to beat it, and I see a couple of, when Kyle did his 27.7 or 6, whatever it was, and I thought that's a good lap, but I was just thinking to myself, right, I only need to put 2 tenths into that lap, what I've not had before, you know, on an old tyre. So you can kind of overthink it. I knew I didn't have to push too hard. Just tried to hit my apexes and do a clean lap, which I did, to be fair. I hit every apex, and it was nice to be able to bring it up to pole position. It wasn't a perfect lap, but it was good enough. So that's the main thing. But I would have been happy with front 2 rows, really. So it's great to be starting from P1.
Congratulations on the pole position, Ryan.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.